So, no, this time around, you've also announced that you're helping with the setup of an oxygen plant at Kurnool and Nellore hospitals, and that is happening in June. Please tell us more about it.
We have realized that oxygen was the main problem that everyone faced with most of the hospitals. They rely on liquid oxygen. They have the cylinders, or they have to get these cylinders refilled when they need for a patient. And when the oxygen is not available, so they're running from pillar to post to get that arranged. So if we have these oxygen plants, which are oxygen generators in the hospital, so they make oxygen, and the oxygen is supplied to all the needy patients. So I thought if we can get few oxygen plants to all these hospitals, which are somewhere in the rural side, which they're never going to get those plants ever. So I think that problem will be solved. So we started shortlisting a few hospitals. We have shortlisted few, and we are going to start the first two oxygen plants, first in Nellore and Kurnool in Andhra Pradesh. We will followed by Telangana, in Punjab, Uttarakhand, UP and Bihar, and other Maharashtra also. So yes, we are shortlisting those right hospitals, and these oxygen plants will be installed somewhere in the month of June and July.
So, now from last year to this year, you think that we should have been better prepared? There was time to prepare. The governments, including the center and the states, have faltered. And how are people like you on the ground now helping bridge this gap?
Right, it's a huge challenge. We know that the kind of the number of patients we saw on the streets multiplied, and there was no way the healthcare system was ready for that. And yes, we did our mistakes, with ignoring those COVID norms, and then we saw the worst. So yes, I feel the center and state government should have better prepared, or send those warnings to every citizen that something like this is coming, and no one was prepared for that. And suddenly, when COVID wave hit all of us, there was no way people could react to the whole the mammoth impact it had on your lives. And we have seen people losing every single member in the family, mother, father, grandfather, parents, brothers, sisters, everyone is gone. And those families would never imagine 1.5, 2 months back that something like this will happen, when the whole family will be struggling in the hospitals. And I think I wish we were better prepared. But like I said, there's always a chance to prepare yourself and get ready for a better tomorrow. And it's time for our country to create a healthcare system which should be an example for the world. And I think that's the only way to bounce back.
So, now this is exactly what I wanted to talk to you about next. While the cases are plateauing, but the concern is now black fungus and how cases are on the rise. There is also talk about cases of white fungus, and now new information about a yellow fungus that is also coming. Preparation is on for a third wave, and like experts say, that the third wave is likely to hit children more. When you are getting privy to all this information, how are you preparing on the ground, and how long do you really see this going?
I feel that now we have to live with this. It's not something that you can ignore and you can lead a normal life, which you used to do. You have to set few rules in your life, that this is what we need to follow to stay safe. With the third wave coming in, I'm glad that the governments are planning, preparing for the third wave. But again, I think it's a responsibility of every individual citizen also, how to take care of the whole system. Your families, get sanitized, social distancing, wear a mask always. So I think these are a part of life that we need to live for maybe I don't know how many years. But yes, and together we can save our families